So let's talk about how do you get your message out to Canadians when we have such a biased media?
Having a biased media is not new. I sometimes make this point because I was a Herald editorial writer in the late 90s, and I had an assignment to go up and cover the legislature, and Ralph Klein was still there, and he used to do this weekly Q&A, just open bear pit session with the media. And I remember being shocked because one of the first questions came from the CBC, and he didn't like it, and he just said to the guy, "What a stupid question. I've never seen such a dumb question." And he just sort of went on about that for a couple of minutes, and sort of sent a message to the rest of the gallery, "Ooh, I don't want to ask the next stupid question." But Klein used to have, I always say it, I never look up what he talked about the 5 fives of journalism, chaos, confusion, conflict, and so on. And so it's always been that way. And so I didn't expect it really to be any different when I got in. I know that the media has a job to do. I wish they would go back to being fair, accurate, and balanced, which is what I was taught journalism was supposed to be. I don't see a heck of a lot of that out there in journalism these days, unfortunately. But the good news is that I think that we're beginning to see a large number of alternative media that has sprouted off on both the left and the right. I mean, you've got Canada Lands and Tyee and Observer on the left, and you've got Western Standard and Rebel and Countersignal and other. I mean,
and the News Forum,
News Forum, and True North. I mean, I could probably go on and on about all the ones on the right as well. And so I think that is allowing for really journalism to be what it should be, and it's creating a business model that I think is going to work, because the business model in mainstream media is offer content for free and then go to big advertisers to sell those eyes. But guess what happens is that then if advertisers get squeamish because of a commentary or line of questioning, they pull their funding, then all of a sudden that shuts down the conversation in media. That's what we've gotten into in this world, where everybody is terrified of saying one false word because it could end up canceling you. Is the corporations who are advertising in mainstream media, they get boycott campaigns, and they get Twitter bombed too, and they don't have a tolerance for that. But the model that I'm seeing in alt media, which is small advertising that's more localized for small businesses, but also the subscriber model, is far more robust. I think that really is. I can imagine years from now that many of the big names that we see in mainstream media won't exist, but some of the alt names that we just talked about are going to be elevated to being the more prominent news sources. So I still do both. I will still do mainstream media, understanding they have the job to do, but I also will do alternative media as well. And we also have our own channels that we push out. I have, from time to time, I'll do my own direct podcasting. We do videos. We have a robust social media on all of the channels. I've asked all my ministers and all my MLAs to be there as well so that they can push it out. And we do also our own advertising. So we've got both of our caucus and our campaign is doing advertising on our key messages. So that, to me, is how I don't look at the media as the way to carry our message. And I don't think we should as conservatives. It's not the media's job to carry our message. It is our job to find a way to break through. We have to be, I think, respectful, because there's still so many people who use that as their main news source. So we have to be present there. But if we want to get a positive story out about us, we have to do it ourselves.
So